Hello, I'm Ruffled Bricks and welcome to this Lemmings Paintball tutorial in which I will be going through the 21st level of Fun Bounce to Victory 2, or as I like to call it, B2V2. I decided against doing a full tutorial of this game as I kind of feel like a lot of the levels are self-explanatory. So instead I figured I'd do a bunch of one-off tutorials about any levels in the game that are particularly complicated or have interesting solutions. B2V2 is an interesting level in that it is a massive spike in difficulty in the fun selection of levels. Most of the fun levels are just very simple primers as to how to use the basic mechanics of the game, but then all of a sudden you're hit with this level where you have to guide 4 of your lemmings around a big Lemmings logo, trying to avoid them falling into the lava as they go along and ensuring that all 4 of them survive until the end so that they can all get their flags. It's a bit of a sudden right turn in the game whether you're playing it casually or doing a speedrun, so I thought it would be a good one to do a tutorial for. So here's how you do it. So first thing you want to do when you start this level is click on this square here. This is the second tile along at the bottom of the L. So if you click here, your lemmings will reconfigure in this format, and then secondly, if you click at the end of the E, the bottom section of it, then all your lemmings will jump onto the same tile. And this is a technique that I like to call bunching. Basically what you're doing is you're condensing all of your lemmings into the smallest possible area so that they take up less room. This enables us to move them all simultaneously so that they don't end up falling off the letters as they go along. Because the problem with this level is if you're trying to move all 4 of your lemmings at once, then they tend to queue up like this, and then if you're going around a corner, then they'll all head directly to the point where you've clicked to, and most of them will fall into the lava. Now, in terms of moving a bunch, there are 2 fundamental principles that you need to be aware of. The first principle is always click further than 4 tiles away from your lemmings. If you're trying to get your lemmings up to here and you just click here to move and then click up there, you notice that red doesn't actually end up going all the way. And this is because the lemmings will try to form an orderly queue from where you click on the map, just to remind everyone that this is a British game. So you need to click further than 4 tiles from where your lemmings are at all times in order to ensure that they maintain that bunch. The second principle that you want to bear in mind is don't stop moving. If I was to move my lemmings up here and then onto here and then they just stop there, as you can see, they actually unspool from the bunch, because again, when you click on a tile, then all of the lemmings queue up behind the leader. So in order to maintain that bunch, you have to keep your lemmings moving. The exception to that is when the lemmings have gone over a trampoline, because as you've seen already, then they all land in the same place. So you can pause once your lemmings have gone over a trampoline. However, it's a speed run, so you're probably not going to be wanting to pause. So what we're going to want to do on this E is we're going to want to move our lemmings all the way around it and onto the trampoline here. And what I would advise is to pick certain parts of the landscape to click on in order to guide your lemmings around the letter. And the reason you want to do that is because in order to keep your movements consistent in this level, then it helps to kind of pick specific parts of the landscape, just so that you know where you're clicking. For me, I like to start off by using the far corner of the L to get the lemmings moving up in this direction. Then when they're moving up the E towards the top of it, I like to start by clicking on the top corner of the E, and then I'll click on this tile of lava just off to the side of the E here, and then my final click to get them up to the corner will be somewhere in the out of bounds area up here. So I'll be clicking on the tree, and then just before they all fall off into the lava, I'll then start clicking onto the trampolines off to the right here. So just to show you that in practice, so click on the corner there, and then I'm going to click there, click into the out of bounds, and then click on the trampolines, and over the trampolines they go, like that. Something to bear in mind when going over the trampolines is if you keep spamming clicks in the direction that your lemmings are going, then that will actually speed them up just a little bit by cancelling out a few frames of animation as they go over the trampolines. Now, once you're on the end of the level M here, your next task will be to head down towards this trampoline here. And again, we're going to do that keeping our lemmings in the bunch. As with before, I pick 3 positions that I tend to click on in order to move my lemmings down to this corner here. I click on the corner first and then onto the lava and then into the out of bounds section here. There is a risk in doing that you may end up clicking the pause button by mistake, so try and avoid that if you can. So click down into the corner, into the lava, into the out of bounds, and then over the trampoline like that. You may have noticed that red started to become slightly unbunched from the bunch there. If that happens, don't panic too much, as long as he doesn't drift too far out of the main core of the bunch, then he should still hit the trampoline when we go this way, as you've just seen. From here we've got a few more trampolines to negotiate, so if we just click past here and jump over here, and then bear in mind that we now have a couple of enemy lemmings to our right here that we need to be aware of. So as we go over this last trampoline here, you're going to want to start shooting towards the east. So if you just go here and then, there you are, shot him like that. And then make sure you just shoot this last lemming here as well. And now we're actually able to unfold our bunch now that we're at the flags here. And we're going to try and get the flags in the quickest way possible. And this requires 3 specific moves. The first move you're going to do is you want to click from here onto this flag in the far right corner here. So if you just click like that, as you can see, purple got that flag and yellow got that flag. As that is happening, what you also want to do is you want to select red lemming by clicking on the gauge at the bottom. And it's very specific that you want to separate red lemming from the rest of the pack here, so don't press the number 4 on your keypad there, because that will instead turn red into the leader, and that will not work for this strat. When you've got red selected, click onto this flag here, and then the final thing you want to do is with this group here, if you just press the number 2 on your keyboard, this will make blue the leader of this group here, and then if you just click onto this flag here, then you'll grab the last one and complete the level. So let's put that all together. So out your lemmings come from the trapdoor, click onto this square here, then click onto this one here, they'll go over the trampoline, click into this corner, click up here into the out of bounds section, then just spam clicks as they go over the trampolines, click into the corner here, down here, onto the trampolines, just keep spamming your clicks as you go over the trampolines here as well. And then shoot your lemmings, and then red goes up here, and then blue goes up to here, and there you are. You've managed to complete this level in under 30 seconds. It is possible to do that quicker. The current world record for this particular level is 26 seconds, but generally in a speed run, if you get it under 30 seconds, then you're on the right lines. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or suggestions about any other levels from the game that you would like me to go over, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like these, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. I've been Ruffled Bricks, see you about.